This is the Yawman Arrow. It's a very unique flight sim controller that I'll be taking a look at in today's video, so without further delay, let's get into it. So hello everyone, it is Brandon here, and in today's video I have very kindly been provided with the Yawman Arrow, a new controller dedicated to flight simming that is compatible with Microsoft Flight Simulator and X-Plane on PC, as well as Infinite Flight on Android. Now let me say right off the bat, in my opinion, this is a very promising development, but it is far too expensive for me to fully recommend. That being said, it works and works well. It has plenty of brilliant features, but at $199 it falls short of a straight up recommendation from me. Once you've liked and subscribed, let's get into it and take a greater look. So taking it out of the box, the first thing I noticed was how securely packaged it was. That is a good thing, especially seeing as this is flew right across the Atlantic Ocean. Now inside the box, you get the controller, obviously, a USB-C cable and a few instruction leaflets. Now taking a look at the controller itself, I'm not a fan of the off-white cream colour. It is available in more colours, but I seem to have got my least favourite one. So anyway, I am a fan of the amount of controls we have on there, from the mechanically linked rudder pedals on the top, to the Cessna style vernier poles on the bottom, which you can use for throttle, mixture or propeller. Now obviously this has very clearly been designed with flight simulation in mind. It is quite literally plug and play. None of the controls feel flimsy either, although I do feel like the controller does need some more weight in it, especially at this price point. It feels a bit light. Now once connected to Microsoft Flight Simulator, you will notice that there are presets already set up, so that's good. I've tried it out in a variation of aircraft, and let me say, it does take a bit of time to get used to, but after about an hour or so, I got the feel of it quite nicely. Now, on this controller we have all the primary flight controls available, most secondary flight controls including flaps, gear and parking brake, as well as camera controls, drone camera controls, and even some autopilot functionality. A favourite feature of mine, however, is the preset 6-pack controls. In quite a clever fashion, you can adjust your altimeter subscale settings, for example, or adjust the OBS for your VOR by holding the appropriate 6-pack button and using the arrows down in the left corner. That's pretty neat and works really well. There's nothing more satisfying than setting your QNH with this little bad boy. You can also fly pretty much absolutely anything in the sim with this controller, from single-engined propeller aircraft to helicopters to fighter jets. Of course, you've got full customization via the Microsoft Flight Simulator or indeed X-Plane controls menu. Now, of course, it should be noted that this has been designed more as a complement to your at-home flight sim setup, not as a direct replacement. I think it would be silly to suggest otherwise. Yawman have marketed it as a more on-the-road sort of flight sim fix solution. I don't know how many people travel and want to flight sim. I can only think of one example where I've only really tried to do that, and that was when I went over to Houston for FS Expo. But if you happen to have a gaming laptop, then this might be a good solution for you. I think that's a very small market, but I'm sure some people will need it. All in all, once you get used to it, it is a really powerful tool, versatile and frankly great fun. In terms of the best features, I think the trim wheel's up there, the mechanically linked rudder pedals, and probably the vernier poles as well. It's stuff like that there isn't really anything like it out there, so that's definitely a unique selling point. That being said, as with everything, this is not perfect. You can do 75% or so of all the functions with this on an Xbox or PlayStation controller at a fraction of the price. Now that is a slightly unfair comparison because Yawman are a new small business up against empires in that example. So I think $199 is rather steep, but it's not impossible to ask for in the flight simulation market. All things considered, I think $150 would be more practical, and hopefully if they sell more units the price will come down. I also presume they will be planning other controllers, so I look forward to see what they produce. In my opinion as well, they have sort of missed a beat not making this wireless. That would increase its portability, which is clearly what they're aiming for here. I do also think they missed the beat not making this compatible with Xbox. I think for that market, this product is almost perfect. It is obviously better for flight simulation than your standard Xbox or PlayStation controller, with all the custom features and of course the design making it feel more like an aircraft. They are missing a slight beat there. So yes, I do like the product. I think it's good fun, but I think a lot of opportunities have been missed. I think it's a brilliant addition into the flight sim peripheral world, but at the moment it is so expensive that it definitely will not be for everyone. What do you think? So I really hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been very interesting taking a look at this controller. A big thank you to the guys over in America at Yawman that sent it to me. As I've said, this is not for everyone. In my opinion, it's a bit too expensive, but at the same time, it's really good fun and it's always great to have new products in the market. Hopefully they may be able to put the price down a bit, because in my opinion, it's a bit too expensive for what it is, but it is good fun, and of course, it means you can get up and flight sim wherever you want, laptop dependent. On that note, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, do be sure to like, comment and subscribe. It's much appreciated. On that note, I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye.